Hey, this is Eric with Swan Odysseys. Welcome back to the channel. Today's a product review and a discussion about motorcycle safety equipment. So my question to you is, what do you wear for motorcycles or riding boots? Are you strictly motorcycle boots, or do you do a combination of something like a work boot, or are you one of those guys that rides in flat low top tennis shoes? Or a worst case scenario that I ever saw was a guy rocking a pair of flip-flops, drinking his morning coffee, heading down the interstate. But seriously, work boots versus motorcycle boots. Are work boots just as safe? They provide the same amount of protection? I think the answer we'll all agree with is probably not. Definitely don't have the side-to-side shear protection that a motorcycle boot has. A good motorcycle boot, anyway. If you're like me, you've got both in your closet and you randomly pick both of them, or maybe even wear the work boot over the motorcycle boot. And there's a couple reasons for that. I mean, not good reasons, but reasons. Probably the biggest one is convenience. If you're going to be going someplace, you're going to do a lot of walking. Obviously, the work boot's way more comfortable than a motorcycle boot for walking and hiking. And I think part of it too is the way, for me, it's where I grew up and when I grew up. Remember, for those of you that are my age, or remember the movie On Any Sunday? I always remember Steve McQueen in that movie and seeing what he was wearing for his motorcycle races. And what was he wearing? Helmet, glasses, gloves, a cut-off sweatshirt, and a pair of work boots and jeans. That was his motorcycle safety gear. But I think growing up with that, you kind of got used to that, and I wore work boots riding off-road for a long time. And moving fast forward to modern times, here in the Pacific Northwest, police motor officers predominantly wear a work boot. And to be specific, the boot of choice is the Danner mid-calf length work boot, usually canvas sides. And why is that? Well, prior to that, yeah, they wore expensive custom motorcycle boots. You know, leather all the way up to the knee, just below the knee. Their uniform changed to more of a BDU style military uniform, and they started wearing the Danner work boot. A lot of it had to do with cost. A lot of it had to do with maintenance. Upkeep on the Danner work boot was way easier than patent leather motorcycle boots that we purchased for them. And then the big thing about them is comfort and versatility. They're on and off the bike, walking and talking, and sometimes even running. So running in those old motorcycle boots was a non-existent process. You just couldn't do it, and they weren't very comfortable. Actually, those boots were only comfortable in one position. That was sitting on a KZ 1000, their motorcycle at the time. So I got in that habit too. I mean, I've got my CD motorcycle boots, which I love. They're comfortable and for motorcycling, and obviously my choice for safety. Good sheer side protection. I'll show you these boots here in a second. Now it's my time for my shameless plug for work boots, and in specific, the Under Armour work boot. These work boots that you see here, I initially purchased in 2008 and wore them for uniform patrol for a number of years. I think I wore them all the way up into 2013, 2014. The only reason why I stopped wearing them wasn't because they were the integrity of the boot. It was they were just kind of looking kind of cruddy. The black dye of the shoe was starting to fade out, and it was kind of looking like more of a grungy gray than a black. At that point, I swapped them up for a different work boot. Plus, I had a different assignment where I was doing more office work, so I switched to more of an Oxford style shoe. So I actually put them out to pasture, literally. They became a home gardening shoe for a number of years, and I wore those shoes from then on, you know, working on and off outside until 2019, when they finally kind of gave up the go, and you can see where the lower and the upper started separating, and the fabric on the side developed a hole. And at that point, I actually was throwing them away. And I started thinking about it. I've had those boots and have been using them for almost, you know, at least on a weekly basis, and then through my time in uniform, daily basis, for 11 years. And the only thing I've ever done to these boots is to change out my shoelaces. They built a real stout shoe. And of course I wore those boots motorcycling for a number of years too, off and on. Not all the time, but a lot of the time, especially in town where I knew I was going to be walking and doing something at the end of my ride. Otherwise I would have to bring a second pair of shoes, and that wasn't exactly all that convenient. But as I started making this video and putting it together, I started thinking about it. I was like, what's more important, convenience or safety? Obviously the answer is safety. Kind of made it my goal to wear my motorcycle boots. Does that mean I'll always and never ride with work boots? Probably not. I'll probably do it, but we'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you do. Do you wear work boots? Do you wear motorcycle boots solely? What's your go-to? So take care, and we'll see you on the next ride.